Well, hello there, actor Andre Smooth Smith.
Dre.
Did I say that? Oh, okay. Let me say that
Dre.
again.
All
Stony
right.
Love take two. Actor Andre Smooth Dre Smith.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it. That's it.
How you
Okay.
doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so very much. And how about you?
I'm hanging in there, just chilling out.
Yes. So
Mhm.
you are a rising actor, and I think it's phenomenal that you are in the movie Tony. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. It's actually a Michael Stephen Paul crime series, so it's a television series. Mhm.
Okay. And your role is,
Gaddy Bang.
wow, interesting. So could
Mhm.
you tell me a little bit about your character, or is that
Sure.
top
I
secret
won't.
for?
I can do it without letting too much out. Gaddy Bang is a no nonsense gangster. Okay, and I don't ask questions. I don't ask the reasons why. But when it's something to be done or somebody to be done, that's what I do. It's getting done. That's it. So that's as
Mm,
much as I can tell you. Of course, I can't tell you, certain scenes, but that's about all I could tell you. So I don't give any of the nuggets away. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah. You because you want us to tune in,
Oh yeah,
especially with this being a series. Is this your first series?
it is my first series. Yes,
Oh wow, that has to be a lot of fun to be able to have a reoccurring weekly role where
yes.
you are portraying that character and you're able to jump right in and feel and become him. Was it hard or to adjusting to your character after you read the scenes? Or was
Well,
it someone you could identify with?
definitely someone I can identify with, and Michael Stephen Paul has this talent of choosing the cast member and fitting that character, almost to like 100%. I don't know how he does it, but everybody has a talent, and that's one of his many talents. But he could look at me, and from the little, things that I told him about my background coming up in Brooklyn, New York, he was able to cast me, as Gaddy Bang, and he's absolutely right. This character is it's definitely my character.
Daddy Bang sound like he gangster. I'm scared.
Yeah, Gatti. I'm always with the gap. If you know anything, that's street term for the heat. You know what I mean? For the gun.
I
Yeah,
already
exactly.
know. That gonna be
Exactly.
smoking. What you got? A 9 millimeter 357? What you got? Well, you can't give it away. I gotta tune
That,
in.
yeah, you see, you look, you almost had me.
Almost. I can't give it away because it's gonna be good. Now I know that I'm. Where can we tune in to watch Tony? Where can we tune in
One of
to
the
see this show?
platforms definitely is Damon Dash is his distributor.
New TV?
New
No, okay.
American New Network.
I was calling
I'm
American.
sorry, America
Hmm.
New Network. Okay, and you can
Wow.
download that just as you do Netflix or Tubi or any of the apps. You can download it and you can watch it there once it's announced. The date is given when you can
What
start watching it.
What is it like working with Michael Stephen Paul?
Well, wow, that's a good question. It's it can be it's a lot of different things on a lot of different levels. Okay, it
Okay.
can be intense. Um, it could be it's also a learning experience. because as I go over my lines, he may see something, or, where I should say something a certain way, or, add a tone to this, or, put it on an upper level or a low level on my tones. So it could be a learning experience, and
Hmm.
also a lot of fun. It's refreshing
Wow.
at the end of the day, because, to be challenged with learning scenes, and then having to learn the lines, and then put the flavor in them, and then have the right expression, that could be a lot of pressure. But we have a cast to where once we're on and we're doing our scenes, the it seems like the toughest part is now over, and we're starting to have fun with it, because we're all starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're starting to see the scenes come together and form the series, and now we're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable within our roles, and it
Wow.
shows. So working with him is, at the end of the day, um, a beautiful experience. A lot of fun, refreshing, and a lot of anticipation, because that date is coming up where we're gonna start shooting, and a lot of us, we just can't wait. So
Wow, that is wonderful. Now, my next question to you is,
okay.
when you decided that you wanted to become an actor, who was that actor for you on the screen that just ignited that fire in you and you were like, you know what? This is what I want to do. So, who was your on screen hero?
My on-screen hero, wow, I have so many. Uh Probably like the older school. I can't think of his name right now, but he played in Django, and he was the house nigga, if I could say that.
Mm.
He was
Oh, you can say.
guy, yeah,
You can,
I forget
yeah.
his name, but he's always cursing. He's on the Marvel series. I forget his name, but he's one of them.
One of
And
your
then I guess you could say the rap artists who turned actor.
actors.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
what influenced me.
Hmm.
Samuel Jackson, right?
Samuel L. Jackson, yes.
Yeah, that's the guy that when I look at, I'm like, yo, and Denzel Washington. I couldn't think. I have brain lock,
I was
but
gonna say
Denzel
Denzel, but I was like, nah, maybe that's not what he's trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
But
Samuel,
yes,
Samuel Jack, and Benzo Washington are two top. And then I look at the rap artists, because I do write, and just this past month I went up to New York, and I shot a couple of videos for a couple of songs that I have on my YouTube channel. Smooth Dre, the Don. So you can go in there and see a few videos or whatever, and
yes, of course.
so I was inspired, because that's usually what happens. A rap artist who's grown up on the street, you know what I mean, who has this background, he always seems to me, always ends up to be in some kind of crime series or crime show. Ice T with Law and Order. It kind of goes with the territory, because we can really work those roles, because a lot of it is really not acting.
That
No.
is true.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Mhm.
So you said that you rap. You are a rapper as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Mhm.
who was your greatest influencer as a rapper?
Oh, that's easy. Slick Rick, the storyteller himself, and
Really?
still is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Oh,
mean, I
that
heard a
is
lot of you had Big Daddy Kane, you had EPMD, you had Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, I liked all those guys, right? But
yeah.
when it came to, you know, that question you just asked,
Hmm.
Slick Rick hands down.
He definitely is one of the greatest rappers, legendary, to allow you to just get hooked on the storyline. And you better
Exactly.
catch up fast because he's talking.
That's right.
And I was
That's
like,
right.
I had to, one day I was listening to him and I was like, whoa, that's deep. So
Yeah.
I see you got
Yeah.
the LL Cool J hat
Oh,
on. So
okay.
so I really thought you were gonna say LL.
LL
Um,
is an icon. Yeah, true indeed. And I went through
Turned
that
actor
early,
as well.
and a great actor,
Hmm.
and I went through that time growing up listening to I'm Bad, and doing the and acting out the video. So yeah, LL is he's a great rap artist, and he's a very good actor, coming from the rap, one of the best actors I've seen, along with Will Smith, coming, of the people who did rap first,
Yes.
and so
And
I have
go
to
into
take.
the movies.
So yeah, I got the LL Cool J look. I'm still like, old school in my own right. So,
Hmm.
fashion.
Um. So, where can you see yourself 5 years from now, and what would be your ideal role?
Uh, 5 years from now, I could see myself probably already having received, multiple awards for my acting.
Yes.
And my ideal role, would probably be uh, something uh, um, other than a crime series, other than playing a gangster, maybe playing like a normal person, a husband,
A
some other
romantic,
role.
a
Well,
romantic movie.
it could a respectable romantic movie, yes. Um, I'm not into all of the stuff that comes
The
with.
gangster love.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Right.
something nice is, nice and simple, getting away from the guns and the shooting or whatever. Maybe a cop, to reverse the roles. I could play a cop, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
could
but I think after this role, most people are gonna see me, and then if anyone wants me to do anything for them, they're probably gonna want me to be a gangster after they see me do this thing. So I might not have a choice. I
but to
have a
stay in
choice.
the gangster
Yeah,
roles.
I don't mind that, but just to like be able to venture out and do different roles. I would like to test the waters of other roles, not just be in this one box, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
So, have you done anything prior to Tony, or any projects prior to this? Or is this your
no,
first leading role?
yeah, this is my first, and I was doing my music before this opportunity came up. I had finished an album. I had put out maybe, I think, four singles on all social media platforms. And as I
Hmm.
said, I shot two videos. So my mindset was just music. I was just going to take this thing and start, to do shows on the road or whatever. And then um, it's a funny thing. I was connected to an actress that he had in one of his prior films,
Hmm.
and um and and when she told me that she was gonna be in this film, I said, well, you know what, I'd like to meet this guy. And so time went on, and I saw her in his film, Colorblind. It hasn't been released yet, but she played a role in Colorblind. And I told her I would like to meet him, and I started following him. I told her to tell him about me. Or she did that on her own. I didn't even have to tell her, and she told me that she did. So I started to follow him on his social media,
Mm.
and like 10 minutes later, he started following me back. And at that point, right there, I said to myself, I'm gonna be in one of this guy's movies. Once I saw he
Wow.
started to fall, because I try to think of myself as a spiritual person. I get these
Yes.
feelings, and I know that hard work and determination and consistency is blessed by God. So I know when I get these feelings, they're gonna come. So what happened? I followed him, and I started to like some stuff that I really liked from him. I looked at his background, I looked at his interviews, and I saw in one of his parts, he said the biggest deal for him out of everything, all of whatever he's accomplished, is he said he was being able to help a person that who would normally not get the opportunity that he's able to give. That's his biggest deal. And I said, okay, that is it. That's it.
Wow, that is beautiful. To
Yeah.
be able to be in that position and already giving, I call it paying tithes. When you're able to pay tithes with your talent to give back, that is the
Yes.
most awesome
Oh,
thing, because that's what
exactly.
that's in the Bible. That's what God
Right.
did. He was a
Yeah.
carpenter, but he gave back
Yes.
with his talent. And
Right.
so for a director, Michael Stephen Paul, to be able to open that door for you and to be able to allow you to express your talent on the screen, I think it's just wonderful, because
Right.
we all need someone to believe in us as we believe in ourselves. And that just
Exactly.
make us go harder and harder and harder. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you
Sure.
think that Michael Stephen Paul is going to let some of your music be on the series?
There you go again.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't violate it. Hold on. Let
You
me
know
get
what?
back
If
across
I
the
told you
street.
that, then I would probably get caught out there and start to talk about the scenery and and just get drawn in. But I have to stop there. But
Okay.
just to go back a little bit, Michael Stephen Paul, he told me that what got him with me was my social media, where he saw that I was using the things that I had gone through to help other people, like my community work, because I'm really tied into my community and with people who struggle with addiction, because I had my troubles with that. And I started an anonymous group in 2012. We just celebrated 11 years. I am an Army veteran, and I did go through a rehabilitation at the VA, and they saved my life. It's been 12 years and 9 months since I've had any mind mood altering substance. So what we do now, and I say we because I got a group together of us who have gone through the same thing. We go and we pick up the veterans while they're still in rehab, and we bring them out to our West Side sobriety group so that they'll have an opportunity to know where they could go after rehabilitation, because a lot of people, they have no idea what they're going to do once they go out. They have no support. They don't know about the support that's out here, and myself, while I was in rehab, I'm like, okay, I'm in here and I know I'm not drinking. I said, but what happens when I get out, when I have nobody over me, nobody threatening me, nobody, no CO, no PO, and none of that stuff, and I'm just on my own? Will I be able to? And the anonymous community is where I met God, my God, and gained a relationship with them. Not my mom's, not my grandma, not the people in the church. I really started get an understanding of my God, and that's what we try to give the veterans and the community, who are in treatment, a chance and an opportunity to come to somewhere where they can have support, and it'll be the same kind of support they felt while they were in treatment. So he said that that's what touched him and caused him to give me an opportunity. But then I sent him a reel that I acted out from New Jack City as Nino Brown, and he was like, okay, well, that's it. We got it. So on top of him thinking that he was just helping me out because he liked what I was doing in the community, he saw some talent. I showed him because I knew I wanted him to see and to tell me if I had some talent. I didn't want him to just have me as a charity case. You know what I mean? Just because he liked what he saw. I wanted him to know that, hey, this is something that I can
That you're
do.
working hard for it. Yes.
Exactly. So, yeah.
I want to say thank you for serving our country. You
Oh, my
guys,
pleasure.
all of our veterans are, you guys are brave beyond measure. And
Yeah.
if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to walk down the street. And a lot of
Right.
people don't think that or know that. That if it
Right.
wasn't for the veterans, that I wouldn't be able to just walk out of my house and go down the street to the corner store, grab what
That's
I want, and have the freedom and liberty to go back and forth as I choose to. So
that's
I just want to say thank you. And there's so many of you that need help and the resources. And it's a wonderful thing that you guys are coming together with your anonymous group and supporting each other. That is
Yes.
such a wonderful thing. I think that is more fascinating than your acting role
Yeah,
because I
well,
just
that's
think
what he felt.
yes, I do.
Yeah.
I just love that about you. That is wonderful. I am
Yeah.
so grateful. I can't wait. When does the series begin? When does it debut?
Okay, that I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
But
And we got to get
one
Michael Stephen Paul on here so we can find out
right.
all of this stuff.
Yeah. And if he knows, then I would probably know. He made me
Yes.
an associate producer of the series. After
Okay.
I guess he saw, he says I have raw talent and I run a lot of the rehearsals now, organize a
Okay.
lot of them. And yeah, I kind of jumped in there and this is something that it's my dream, so I treat it that way. It's
So do
important to
you
me.
see yourself producing your own film eventually one day in the future?
I don't see that, but he does.
Okay.
Okay. All right. He actually told me he was going to teach me the business. So I'm
I,
grateful for that. Yeah. So, God looks through other people's eyes to see who you are and what your capabilities are sometimes when you don't even know. So I'm obedient. If he says that's what he wants to teach me, then I'm gonna be teachable and I'm gonna be here, for that.
obedience is
Obedience.
better than sacrifice. That's
Exactly. It's,
yes.
it's a blessing. Obedience is the blessing,
Yes, it is.
So,
I learned that today because I got the biggest blessing that I can't talk about yet because I was obedient. And so God
right.
opened some
Yeah,
more doors, some
that's
big
right.
doors.
How it works.
So
Yeah. Oh,
I
I think I
just,
know. I think I know about that. I think I heard that when you were having a conversation on the telephone when I
oh,
first.
really?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
So I know.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you.
Especially
It's
since I met you on here. I feel your spirit, and no one could be more deserving than you. Okay, and
thank you
and
so
and you're
much.
gonna do well. I know it already. I know what's coming up.
When I
I
tell
know.
you it has taken me by surprise,
Right.
the things that God has done, and just like you said, He will show other people who you are, even if
Yes.
you don't feel that you belong there. They
Exactly.
already see where you belong.
That's
And
right.
when I see these things, and as I went to even today, and it was laid and prepared for me on the table, I was like, my God.
Right.
So I even though through the storm, even with you, how you kept going, you
Yes.
started your group. You didn't wallow in your sorrow. you
That's
you
right.
made that change regardless of what you had been through. You didn't care what people thought, or
Right.
whatever, because you're going to get naysayers. But you, sounds like to me, you kept going. And look at you now, you have a series that is so important. That is major than it being on what do you call it, motion on film, like where
Yes.
you can go and see it on
Mhm.
streaming. Because
Yeah.
to have a series where people can get a feel of you weekly,
Yes.
you become that character. You become them, and every time they see you, they're like, "Da, da, da, da." Like how
Right.
you got Day Day, and even though
Yeah.
we know him as Mike Epps, but when we see him, we go, "They go Day Day,"
Yeah.
and so it's
Yeah.
like, right, and
That's
it's
right.
just because he became that character, and when you become that character, it is so hard for people to identify you as something
Yeah.
else. So I know that I can't wait to see it, and I've
Yes.
already downloaded the app and to
Yes.
check
See
out
it. It's American New Network. You got that. Yeah.
American New Network. Now tell everybody where they can find you on all of your social media outlets.
Okay. Well, on TikTok, you can go to Smooth Dre's Corner. Okay. On Instagram, that would be Smooth Dre Official. one.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook, Smooth Dre dot the Don, and I have a YouTube channel, and that is Smooth Dre the Don.
Is that Dawn like DAWN or
D O
DUU?
D O N D O
Oh,
N.
DLN. Okay. Now,
And
is
I also
Smooth
have
Dre your. I'm sorry, go ahead.
okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is Smooth Dre your music, your rap name?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes. hmm
Okay.
Yes. I also have a podcast that runs Monday through Friday, called The Hour Power with yours truly, Smooth Dre. All right. So it's a platform that promotes spirituality, healing, freedom, and peace. I mean, all of our topics are geared toward that, and how to figure out, the nuances of life and how to get through certain struggles, how to be and stay connected with the higher power, which I choose to call God, how to be you know, we have gratitude Fridays where we come on in the panel. Everyone tells about what they're grateful for, for the
Yes.
day, for the week. We have a delicate letter Thursdays where people write in with personal issues, and I read the letter, and everybody, chimes in to try to give some advice, but we let you know that we're not professionals, but through God, all things are possible through prayer, and we get together and we help these guys out of these situations because they come back and they let us know. We had one situation where a young lady had talked to her husband, and they had been married, and they talked about having children and everything. And then once they got married, he said he didn't want any children. And she felt trapped in a relationship. So we had a whole show on like what we thought. Yeah, that's real tough, right? So those are the kind of letters that we get, and we just take
Mm.
40 minutes to like try to figure out, just write these things down and throw noodles at the wall and see what sticks, and we hope that you get through it,
That's
So
amazing because I do a segment with my daughter. It's called Ask Keisha What She Thinks. And
right,
so and it's
yeah,
just about different things that I see on social media, like different
right,
posts, and we'll
yeah,
talk about it on Sundays. So I go
right,
live with her on Sundays and we do that. And so
right.
that's amazing that you guys you that reminds me of back in the day. I'm an old woman, so I don't know if you remember
Oh,
Dear Abby, and it used to
yeah,
be
I
in the
do.
newspaper.
Okay. Oh, sure.
and
Oh, yeah,
and people would write letters to her, a little segment, and then she'll
yeah,
respond back, and I'd be like, "Oh no, they
right.
didn't say that." And my mom was like, "Don't you read that stuff?"
That's right.
But they
Yeah,
was just saying some crazy stuff back then. But Dear Abby, she ran the column. Today she would be called a blogger. Back then she was a
right. Yeah, exactly.
columnist. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's pretty much the same thing, but it's just a different time. But I
You
think
know
it's
what?
awesome what you're doing. Yes.
You know what? I'm sorry to cut you off. You know where I
No, you
see
got
myself in 5 years too? I could see
yes.
myself being a top selling recording artist, but at the same time, an actor. I could see myself having my own television show.
Mm.
I could probably do that. You know what I mean? And there are
You
reasons
know,
why God bring people together. You know what I'm thinking
I think
spiritually.
I give everybody that fever.
Yeah, because it's possible. And
It
that's what it's
is.
all about. You let people know
Yes.
that down to earth, spiritual people as yourself could
Yes.
have their own show. That's where
Can
the
have
idea
their own
comes.
show. Yes,
Yeah,
and that's what God has blessed me with today. I'll
that's
be
right.
talking about it soon. I mean, all the way
I-
down, somebody even blessed me with a studio. That's how wonderful God is.
That's right.
So
That's
I
right.
had to let it out because I'm just excited.
You
And
weren't
so
saying it. You weren't saying it. So I had to tell you that's what I want to do one day for you to say that it's really happening to you because you
it's
never said
happening.
it. That's that humility, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. I had to bring it out of you
Yes. You
somehow.
had to bring it out of me. That's what a good host does. That's what a good host. So you already got it. You already
Oh,
know.
okay.
But that is definitely my dream is to
Yeah,
take Atlanta and put it on the map.
go ahead.
And I hope that one day that I'll be in the same arena and the same category as Oprah and the same
Yeah,
category as Jenny Jones and Ricky
only a
Lake
matter
and
of
all of
time.
them.
It's only a
Huh?
matter of time. So it's only a
So,
matter of time. It seems that you already have the diagram for, you know, accomplishing things. So you
oh
just
yeah.
stick to what you got, put God first, and you got it. It's just like what you had already achieved, just on
Oh
another
yeah.
level. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Be consistent, and that's it. It's gonna come.
And
Why wouldn't
and it
it come?
will.
Yeah,
Yes,
why
and
wouldn't it?
that's the thing. Even through all of the struggle and what I'm going through, I'm still committed to my interviews, my platform, regardless if I have a studio or not. We're gonna make a studio.
That's
And so
right.
that's what I did right here in my bedroom. So until God and God has already now paved the way because he knows that I'm ready. And even those that let me down on the
Exactly.
way, I had to step right over them and keep pushing and keep moving. And that's what you do. Because I'm telling you, it's people out here, baby. They say they rooting for you, but they be slick drinking that haterade that they be
I
selling.
know.
And boy,
I
it
know.
comes out when you
That's
see they
right.
see that series. I tell you, but you
Oh my
just keep going and don't let nothing stop you.
got it.
Nothing stop you. And I
I
tell
got
you
it.
before you, and it's lonely at the top. Trust me,
That's
it's very
it.
very lonely
That's
at the
that's
top.
what they tell me.
It is. It is because
Yeah,
you when you're swimming and you see it, you have to isolate yourself
yeah,
from
exactly.
others, and
Yep.
you have to just be quiet and keep moving.
Yeah.
And when I say literally
Yeah.
move in silence, and
Okay.
just keep climbing and keep your circle. My circle is real small. I
That's
can
right.
see who in it like that. I
Right.
don't need
Yeah.
a lot of people, and I don't. I just don't need a lot of people around me
That's
because
right.
it's some places that God is taking me. That a lot of people that I started
I
out with, they
can't
just
go.
fell off.
Yeah, they can't
They
go.
not they not allowed to go, and that's the same with you. I
Yeah.
see something great here. I'm gonna check out your music because
Okay.
I got a feeling I'm in for a treat.
Okay. Yeah. Check out
I got
Ride or
yes.
Die. Stay out my pocket.
Oh, stay
Back
out
it
my
up.
pocket.
Yeah. Those are
Is
those
that
are the
for the
last two.
women? Is that
Those
for
are
the
the let
women?
go. That yeah, well, I wrote it for that because of my experiences growing up, and I turned it into a little comedy. You know, I talk about three situations that I was in, and I put it. I mean, like I said, Slick Rick is my favorite rap artist, so follow me. You know what I
I
mean?
am.
Check it
I
out.
will. When I
Follow
get
the
off of
lyrics.
here, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
check
go
it
check out
out.
your music, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna check you out. So
Okay.
I'm gonna be knocking on Michael Stephen Paul's door to see when
Okay.
I can get an interview with him, so that I
Okay.
can so that I'll be able to find out some more things what's going on behind the scenes. So I'm
Uh,
gonna yeah, I'm gonna check him out. Well,
okay.
again, I want to say thank you, Andre Smooth Dre Smith, for joining me today.
My
I'm
pleasure.
live right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and you're where? In New York City?
No, that's where I was born and raised, but I'm right around the corner from you in Tuscaloosa, Alabama right now.
Really?
Really? Four and a half,
Oh, wow.
4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours away from you.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I like Alabama. It's right
It's
up the
cool.
road from me. Yes,
It's
my
cool.
my
Yeah.
ex husband's from Alabama, so
Really?
I had
Okay.
to love Alabama.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. I mean, I grew
Yes,
up in New York and I've done a lot of things, been a lot of places. Now this is like my, my relaxed situation. I'm able to go to New York
yes.
when I get ready. I can travel. So I'm living my dream. I mean,
Hmm.
what can I ask for? God has been so good to me. So Alabama, wherever I am, is good for me.
Yes, as long as you're breathing and doing God's will.
Bam.
Well, we're
That's
gonna end it
right.
on yes, we're gonna end it on that note. I
Okay.
just want to say thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
wish you success, and I know that you're already blessed. And if you want to be a guest on the Stony Love Show, You can email me at info@iamstonylove.com. And I'll see you guys on the next video.